Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Welcome back to Frontrunner Motorsport and another episode of One Race Wonders. Today looking at the unfortunate Frenchman Pierre-Henri Raphanel, who entered 17 races in 1988 and 1989 and yet only started one. So sit back, grab a drink and relax as we look at the career of Pierre-Henri Raphanel. With that said, let's begin. Actually born in Algeria, probably one of the only Formula 1 drivers from Algeria, his parents moved back to the south of France after the Algerian War of Independence, and he began motor racing, eventually scoring a drive with the Oreca team in French Formula 3 in 1984. He'd finished third in his rookie year before winning the title in 1985, holding off teammate and future Formula 1 driver Yannick Dalmas. He would remain with Oreca in International F3000 in 1986, but despite a podium couldn't build on his early promise, and finished the year in 12th. 1987 he would join the Onyx F3000 team and would again score a podium on his way to 13th overall, but would finish third at Le Mans in a Courage Porsche with Yves Courage and Hervé Rigoux. His final year in International F3000 didn't improve. Back with the Oreca team, another podium and another 13th place. Despite this, he was given a chance in Formula 1 with the Larousse team, replacing former French F3 teammate Dalmas, who was sick. He failed to qualify, but was only 4/10ths of a second off Piercarlo Ghinzani, who was the last to qualify, but he was 5 seconds off Senna in pole. He managed to secure a drive with the Colony team for 1989. Not a good move considering the quality of the team, but with few other options I guess Colony is better than nothing. Maybe, I would totally drive for Colony, but my day job isn't as interesting. Anyway, things did not improve as Pierre failed to qualify for the first two races in Brazil and San Marino, but a miracle in Monaco meant Pierre-Henri Raphanel actually managed to qualify 18th on the grid and made his one and only Formula 1 start.
Da hat sich Raphael gedreht.
As amazing as it was that Pierre-Henri Raphanel qualified in 18th, his race would only last 14 laps before his gearbox imploded. Teammate Roberto Moreno would last just 30 laps more, before his gearbox too disintegrated. This was the only race Colony managed to get both cars past pre-qualifying, and in fact in the next 3 years they qualified for just 3 races, all Moreno in 1989. This would be Pierre-Henri Raphanel's fate for the rest of his time in Formula 1. He failed to qualify in Mexico and America before changing to the new Colony C3, which might have been slower than the older car. Consistently 2 seconds away from pre-qualifying, this would last 5 rounds before Raphanel changed to the Real team, replacing German Volker Wiedler, but results did not improve and he would fail to qualify for the rest of the races in 1989, always between 5 and 12 seconds off pole, and his Formula 1 career was over. Whilst he had no success in Formula 1, he did find success at Le Mans, coming second in 1992 with Tom's Toyota, partnered with Kenny Atchison and Masanori Sakia. They were 6 laps after winning Peugeot, but a decent effort nonetheless. He finished second again and first in class in 1997, driving a Gulf McLaren F1 GTR with Jean-Marc Gounon and Anders Olofsson. They were just a single lap off the LMP Jost Racing Porsche. He also raced in Japanese touring cars in Super GT, before seemingly retiring in 2000 after a final attempt at Le Mans, 5th with the Panos team. He started work as an estate agent. Must have been depressing. A decade before I was racing at Monaco in the pinnacle of motorsport, now I'm selling beach houses to geriatrics who smell like Ovaltine. But in 2006 he was hired by Bugatti to test the new Veyron, and as far as I can tell he still works for the Italian manufacturer, driving very fast in incredibly cool cars. And that is the story of Pierre-Henri Raphanel, a man who just barely made it into Formula 1 and with only 14 laps of actual racing in 17 attempts would probably rather forget. And I hope he never sees this video in case it sends him back to his therapist. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more, like and comment, and have a good one.
Back in the pits, but sadly without his car, Pierre-Henri Raphanel. Just what happened to you? There you were in the lead, and you thought, I hope, comfortably, but it wasn't to be.
Yes, because I did a very, very good start, and suddenly at the second lap, at the end of the straight, after the big jump on the braking, I broke a rear suspension and I went straight on in the tires.